Hello everyone. Today, we are going to talk about something many people dream about: how to speak English fast and confidently. Maybe you understand English when you read. Maybe you know grammar rules. Maybe you even know many English words. But when it's time to speak, you stop. You think too much. You translate in your head. And the words come out slowly. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. Because today, I'm going to share the secret keys that can help you speak English faster, more naturally, and more confidently. And here is the truth: speaking English fast is not about being perfect. It's about training your brain in the right way. So let's begin. This is the number one problem for most English learners. They hear English translated into their language, think of an answer, translate back into English, then speak. This process is too slow. Imagine trying to run while carrying heavy bags. That's what translation does to your speaking speed. If you want to speak English fast, you must start thinking directly in English. Now you may ask, how can I think in English if my English is not perfect? Simple. Start with very small thoughts. For example, instead of thinking, I need to go to the market later because we don't have vegetables, think, need market later. No vegetables. Need food. Small English thoughts train your brain. When you wake up in the morning, try saying, I'm tired. I need coffee. Today will be busy. These simple habits slowly change your brain from translation mode to English mode. And that is the first secret key. Many students memorize thousands of words. But they still cannot speak fluently. Why? Because real English is built with phrases. For example, instead of learning only the word hungry, learn, I'm starving. I could eat anything. I'm really hungry. Instead of learning the word busy, learn, I'm tied up right now. I've got a lot going on. I'm swamped. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word. They use ready-made language patterns. Think about babies learning language. They don't study grammar books first. They hear patterns again and again. That's exactly how fluency grows. So from today, don't collect words. Collect sentences. Don't memorize vocabulary lists only. Memorize real expressions. Because phrases help your mouth move automatically. And automatic speaking creates speed. Here's another secret. Fluent English speakers are not always smarter. They simply practice more. Speaking is a skill. And every skill improves with repetition. Imagine someone who studies swimming from books but never enters the water. Can they swim well? Of course not. The same is true for English. You cannot become fluent only by watching videos or studying grammar. You must open your mouth and speak. Even if you are alone. You can describe your room. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Explain your day. Pretend you are in an interview. Tell stories aloud. For example, today I woke up at 7 a.m. Then I brushed my teeth and made breakfast. Simple practice every day is powerful. And remember, your goal at first is not perfection. Your goal is movement. Because confidence grows through action. This may be the most important key of all. Fear destroys fluency. Many learners speak slowly because they are afraid of making mistakes. So they pause too much. They overthink grammar. They try to sound perfect. But native speakers make mistakes too. Nobody speaks perfectly all the time. Fluency is not perfection. Fluency is communication. If people understand you, you are succeeding. Think about children learning language. They make thousands of mistakes. But they keep speaking. That is why they improve quickly. Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Every mistake shows you what to improve. So don't say, my English is bad. Instead say, my English is growing. That mindset changes everything. Many learners spend years studying grammar but very little time listening. That creates a problem. Because your brain speaks based on what it hears regularly. If you want fast English, you need lots of English input. Listen to podcasts, movies, interviews, audiobooks, YouTube videos, conversations. Even 20 minutes every day helps. But here's the important part, don't just hear English. Listen actively. Notice pronunciation. Notice rhythm. Notice expressions. For example, native speakers often say, wanna instead of want to, gonna instead of going to, kinda instead of kind of. These connected sounds make English faster and more natural. When you hear English repeatedly, your brain starts copying the rhythm automatically. And eventually, speaking becomes easier. Now let me share one of the fastest fluency methods in the world. It's called shadowing. Here's how it works, you listen to a native speaker. And immediately repeat what they say. Not later. Immediately. Like an echo. For example, speaker says, how are you doing today? You repeat instantly, how are you doing today? This technique improves pronunciation, speed, confidence, listening, rhythm. At first, it feels difficult. But after some practice, your mouth becomes faster. Professional interpreters use this technique. Actors use this technique. Language learners around the world use this technique. You can practice with YouTube videos, podcasts, or movies. Even 10 minutes daily can create amazing improvement. Another secret to fast English is speaking in chunks. What is a chunk? A chunk is a group of words commonly used together. For example, at the end of the day, to be honest, as far as I know, one of the best things. Native speakers use chunks constantly. These chunks save mental energy. Instead of creating sentences from zero every time, your brain uses ready-made building blocks. This increases speed naturally. So whenever you learn English, ask yourself, what phrases do native speakers use together? That question can improve your fluency very quickly. Sometimes people speak slowly because they are unsure about pronunciation. They hesitate. They stop. They feel embarrassed. Good pronunciation creates smoother speaking. Now, you do not need a perfect American or British accent. That is not necessary. But clear pronunciation matters. Focus on word stress, sentence rhythm, connected speech. For example, native speakers often say, what do you want to do? Instead of what do you want to do? English is musical. The more you copy the sound and rhythm, the more natural you become. And remember, confidence in pronunciation increases speaking speed. Many learners are trapped by grammar. Before speaking, they ask, is this sentence correct? Should I use present perfect? Is my tense right? And because of that, they freeze. But in real conversations, communication matters more than perfection. If someone says, yesterday I go market. You still understand them. Of course grammar is important. But fluency comes first. Children speak fluently before they understand grammar rules. So don't let grammar stop your voice. Use simple English confidently. Then improve gradually. Simple and clear is better than complicated and silent. Confidence does not appear magically. It grows from small victories. Maybe today you speak for 1 minute. Tomorrow, 2 minutes. Maybe today you introduce yourself confidently. Next week, you tell a full story. Celebrate progress. Every conversation matters. Every practice session matters. Every mistake matters. Fluent speakers were once beginners too. The difference is, they continued. So let's review the secret keys to speak English fast. Stop translating in your head. Learn phrases instead of single words. Speak every day. Don't fear mistakes. Listen actively. Use shadowing. Speak in chunks. Improve pronunciation. Focus on communication. Build confidence step by step. And remember this, fluency is not magic. It is daily practice. You do not need to be perfect to speak English well. You only need courage, consistency, and patience. The more you speak, the faster you improve. The more you practice, the more confident you become. One day, you will realize something amazing: you are no longer translating. You are no longer afraid. You are simply speaking. Thank you for listening. And keep practicing your English every single day.